This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. First thing coming to my mind is, if I hadn't already mentioned before, I did buy a car a while back, a sports car. I had to say, I kind of rather not say what it is. It's a really nice one. Nevertheless, I was just talking to somebody about it. They also got a new sports car too. Kind of relatively new. Mine's relatively new. It's actually used, but both of us bought used. But anyway, so I was telling them in the last few months since I've had it, I noticed that people are kind of like talk like they're hating on you, and when you're, especially when you're of a certain age, see, and it's weird because it ain't like I'm just some 22-year-old guy with no job or some 40-year-old guy with no job and bought this car. What that fool doing? I bought this car, because I could get it. And number two, they said once a man born, twice a kid, once a man, something like that. But anyway, I went ahead and got it. I was a passion I had for a long time. I had owned one in several years, and I said it was about time. But people still find ways of hating you. I had one person. Anyway, people still have a way of making snide comments. One particular, and this one woman, she owns a Charger. And I'm like, how you want to and criticize me? Talking about you got that car past your prime. I'm like, bitch, you got a Charger, and you mentioning that goofy statement to me? Are you serious? Really? She had a Dodge Charger. No joke. She owns a Dodge Charger. All right. Now she had a Charger a lot longer for the last couple years, longer than I did my car. I just got my car last year, but she gonna tell me I'm past my prime. Now, if I was a white boy did the same thing, a white guy about my age, she would have never said that shit. She would have never said that. But because I'm black, she says that. It just freaks me out though, man, for real. That people want to try to dictate what you do when you feel like doing it. Everybody else get a pass. And I'm thinking, okay, this ain't like some young guy who just blew all of his money and and decided I'm gonna get something I can't afford, and then they get repossessed 6 months down the road. Then it would be a completely different story, and it'd be understandable. But because it's me, it's something totally left field from everybody else. It's always been the case. I just don't understand that though, man. For real. I really don't understand that at all. All of a sudden, no, you can't do that. You're different. You can't do that. That's BS. I'm sorry. That's complete BS. The shoe was always... Oh, I forgot my damn mail. The shoe was always different on the other side of the foot every time a brother like me do something. Every single damn time. Always something different. Always something different. Always something different. I said, that's ridiculous, though. Seriously, though. But I kind of feel like at my age, if I wanted to do something like that, I can. You got women go on girl trips and shit. They 50 plus years old, go out there and enjoy themselves. Divorcee, do this. Guys, we supposed to just do the same old. At least black guys, anyway. But my age, you ain't supposed to do that. You're trying to be something. No, nah. I've always been doing that. I've been driving cars like this off and on for years. I just started back. But I ain't trying to be no hot rod guy. I'm not trying to race street race guy for pinks or nothing like that. I ain't doing that. And here's the other thing. what I got to say, I mean, I'm not even driving the top of the line because top of the line costs a fortune. I've priced it. Guy tried to give me to get one. I said, no, I'm not getting that. He said, you need this. I said, no, I don't need that. You might need it because it look good in your pocketbook. But for me personally, it's not wise for a couple of reasons. Because number one, if I was to get the top of the line, well, I need to think anyway. Number one, if I was to get the top of the line right now, I would get something that all the young boys would want. The hottest thing on the street. I don't need that. Okay? I'm not a hot rodder. You know. Number two, I got mine primarily as a daily driver. That's something I'm going to be using street race. That's not what I wanted. Although I could have got that. Number three, I tested a car out like that. It was too fast for me. Or dude, just ease on the gas, and that thing was ready to roar. And it did. And I was like, I don't want that. That car is just too fast for me. And I could have got it. I actually wanted it. But, you know, it was loaded. But it was just it was a little fast. And I knew it was going to be a little fast for my old lady. That's the other reason I didn't get it. I said, ain't nothing doing. Ain't doing. Period. And I didn't. You know. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the effort overall anyway. You know. Really? I thought that's what you supposed. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Yeah. But you know, like I said before, I didn't want that kind of car. I could have got that kind of car. You know. Come on. Put you on hold for a second. You know, but people are always hating on what you do. You know, because they ain't doing what they doing. And them the kind of people I can't surround myself with. And I suggest that to anybody who just hate on you because of something that they didn't do, that they act like, oh, well, look at you, blah blah blah. I don't fool with that. I can't do it. You know, it kind of messes with my head a little bit. Number one, number two, you don't feel like you always trust them, because for them to say something negative about the positive thing that you're doing, I question who they are as a person. We'll go here, but it's going to take too long to get the burger prepared. You know, so I'm just kind of like, I just stay my distance. They open today. I should roll on over. I didn't know they was open. But, you know, I don't know. I don't worry about that. People just going to hate. They're going to say this. They're going to say that. And frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. You know, you're not living my life. You're not paying my bills. You're not putting food on my table. You're not providing me employment. Until you can do those four things, shut the fuck up. You know, stop acting like somebody owe you an explanation because they're doing something that you ain't doing. You know, it's not my problem. But if you don't like what I'm doing for myself because you ain't doing it, then it sounds like a personal problem you have. You know? And therefore, I can't have anything to do with you. And I know some people say, well, you think you better. No, it's not because I think I'm better. Not like that at all. You know, it's because the fact that I feel uncomfortable. And I'm not gonna lie about it. I feel very uncomfortable when I have people making odd statements like that because of something that I'm doing for myself that they don't particularly like or feel comfortable with what I'm doing. You know, I got a big issue with that. I got a big problem with that. So, if you got haters around you, man, limit your time around them. And I'll say that better than anything. Limit your time around the haters, man. Because haters are going to hate. They're going to keep on hating no matter what they doing. They're going to hate, and they're going to keep on hating no matter what you do. Why did they do that? Oh. Yeah, they're going to keep on hating no matter what you... I hate this line over here, man. Just make it bounce. That's why I'm going to go over here. They're going to keep on hating no matter what you do out here. You know, and that's why I cannot deal with this. Wow, these lines are 10 cars long. This is ridiculous, man. Nobody cooks anymore. You know, I don't cook. Because I got truthfully. And the other time, I was like, hey, I'm going home. But yeah, just people. I don't know. I just don't understand people sometimes, man. I really don't. I was like, really? You hating on me that bad? Really? For what? I'm living. Two things I've heard that were statements that was said by two female singers. One was living my best life like it's golden, and get your life right. And it was so true. And you know what? I totally agree with both statements. People need to get the life right and live your life like it's golden. Don't try to live your life through me. Don't expect me to live my life based on your principles. Or your standards. Telling me, oh yeah, I'm past my prime because I want to do something I always wanted to do. This was kind of on my bucket list. That's the reason why I got what I got, because it was very much on my bucket list for a long time. And I'm doing it. Don't hate on me because of that. I think it's ignorant to even think about hating on somebody because of that. That's stupid. It's what I want to do. I did it for me and not for you. And I don't know. We just hate on each other for the dumbest stuff. I was talking to my son a little while ago. We were saying if I had bought a hoopty, a complete, just something that you just bought for $400 to barely run, which I'd end up doing on my truck, because I got a truck that actually is, I put a little bit more than I should have put into it, and I shouldn't have bought it in the first place. That's another story. And I didn't hear people come around. I want two people, but it wasn't like it was when I bought this car. So, but what I'm saying is that people react differently when you do different things. But then again, if you buy something like that, then people want to criticize you for that. Oh, look at you got this and that. Okay. What are they doing? You probably around. Oh, that looks pretty good. So, in other words, to make a long story short, guys, you can't win. It's best you live your life and not worry about what people think. If I worried about everything I did based on what somebody else thought, I would never be able to do what I'm doing today. If I worry about doing a podcast like I've been doing for the last 5 years, matter of fact, this week marks my 5th year doing podcasts on Spreaker. Well, really, it's my 5th year of doing it really on the regular. So this is my 5th year doing podcasting. Since I've been doing it on Spreaker, and I've been doing YouTube for about 11 years now. So, really longer than that. No, 12 years. 12 years on YouTube and 5 years on podcasting on Spreaker. It's cool either way. I'm just happy to be doing it. Not worry about what people think anymore. Too old to be worried about what other people think about what I do or what I don't do, or what I should do, or how it looks when I do it. I give a damn about that. I don't live for you. I live for me. I'm taking pictures over here for what's that all about, folks? Show that. It ain't my hand. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.